I'm standing up on stage with Jay Cutler. He had won 4 Mr. Olympia titles. He was going for number 3 at the time. And, no, number 4. Yeah, number 4. This was his 4th one that he was going for. And the announcer, his name is Bob Ciccarillo, and so he says, like, the next name I read is going to be your 2010 Mr. Olympia champion. Now, get this. I had just previously got 2nd place at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic that same year. So 2009, I got 5th, came back 6 months later, got 2nd, thinking, I'm back in it, I'm about to go do this, got new sponsors, got some extra money in my pocket, I'm motivated, I'm ready to kick some ass, I'm doing promos, I'm telling everybody I'm coming for you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I froze up. So, and you're like, what do you mean froze up? Like you've already did your posing, like you're just waiting for the results. Froze up, I'll tell you what happened. So they announced the name, they say Jay Cutler, and everybody's like, yay, and he and I were friends at the time, and I'm happy for him and this and that. I go home, I watch the video, and I'm analyzing. So for me, when it comes to bodybuilding, I look at every little thing, but I'm looking at behavior. So I said, you are the biggest, and I'm sorry, excuse my language, you're the biggest fucking pussy ever, Phil. And one of my friends heard me say that, like, why are you calling yourself that, man? Like, what the hell was wrong with you? I said, watch this video. He goes, what? I said, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. I exhaled. They announced Jay Cutler's name, and I go, why did I exhale, guys? Because I was happy that I got 2nd place. Because you know what they do with 2nd place? You should have won, Phil. I had you winning. Everybody loves the underdog now. Everybody roots for the underdog. The underdog is safe.
Very interesting.
He's safe. Phil, you just got 2nd place at the Arnold Classic. You were robbed there too. Oh, you just came back from placing 5th the year prior. Oh yeah, you know what, Phil? I had you winning, man. Like, I'm friends with Jay, man, but I had you winning. That's what, and you know what that does? Oh yeah, I should have won. I should have won. I didn't deserve to win because I didn't own it. But I sure as hell went in front of those reporters, man, prior to the show. I'm here to win. I'm here to do this. But when it was time to own it, I punked out. So that following year, I said, I'm not going to do any promos, nothing, until I own it. Until I own it, and that meant I don't have to talk about this. I don't have to tell people what I'm doing. I don't have to talk about what I'm doing tomorrow and this and that and screaming from the mountaintops and doing these Instagram videos and Facebook and this and that. I don't have to tell you shit. I have to look in that mirror and I have to say it to myself one damn time and look at myself and be like, man, you ain't ready. Or are you ready? Really? Okay, go do it. So then, when I won the Olympia in 2011, it's a different type of exhale. You close your eyes, and then for some reason, my life flashed before my eyes. It went all the way back to when I was a kid, like your kids, like that size, all the way to the current time in 2011, but it showed every defining moment of my life, every why in the road, every time where I'm talking about, like, my birthday's a week before Christmas. I get screwed every year. I grew up in the inner city of Seattle. I remember being about your kid's age, your oldest kid's age, coming home, house completely ransacked, no Christmas, no nothing. Someone robbed us. Cops in the house. Just like, okay, no big deal, I guess. I mean, I don't know what it feels like to really have anything anyway. We didn't have a lot, but okay. Stuff like that, to watching my first high school dance. One of my friend's brothers got shot in the face 6 times 10 feet away from me. To winning state in basketball, to getting my degree, to all these other things, right? All these decisions. And then it was just like, and that's when the tears come, because you're like, you know what? All those little things got me here. From the heartbreak to the lies, to the deceit from others, from the mistakes I made to this and that, got me here. Like you just said, I'm a basketball player, right? Like back then. But it got me here. You damn right I'm happy. So it was, when you talk about what kept me going, that moment right there was like, it's worth it. No one else knows what that feels like in this sport because I was the 13th Mr. Olympia champion. So imagine, only 13 people climb that mountain. So to answer the question, how did I keep it going? I'm a nerd. I like video games. I like the video game Mortal Kombat for some reason. Okay. Obviously for the fatalities, I get it, but so if you ever play the game, you start here, and there's like a totem pole of competitors, characters you got to beat. And that's what I started doing. I was like, it's not about the competition anymore. It's about who won Mr. Olympia one time. Dexter Jackson, Chris Dickerson, okay. Who won it 2 times? Who won it 3 times? Who won it 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is the final level. So each year I was like, okay, I got 2. I got 3, I'm tied with Sergio. I got 4, I'm tied with Jay. Pissed him off. Okay? To the point where we barely even talk anymore, okay? It happens. To 5, to 6, which is Dorian Yates. And then I said, there's another perch up there with this guy named the Austrian Oak, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going to see you up there. So I remember the year I was getting ready for it in 2017, I said to Arnold at his show, came by my booth and he said hello, and I said, I got something to tell you. And he and I have a very interesting relationship. We don't really, we don't talk. It's more like, have you ever met someone, and I'm sure, Pat, you have definitely met someone who isn't really your enemy, maybe your peer, but you can like stand in the same room, shake their hand, not say one freaking word, but have a long conversation. It's more like Arnold and I shaking hands. Hey Phil, hey Arnold, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna tie you this year, and I'm gonna be way better than you. No, you're not, you little shit. Like you're not gonna do this and that. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay homage to a legend, and I'm going to remind him, because in this day and age, young people don't do that. They forget where they come from, and they don't show respect. So what I did was I said, obviously I'm at your show, exhibiting for my company, but I just want to tell you it would be an honor to be tied with you for 7. And I'm going to be training my ass off to make sure that happens. So he looked at me. And he and I, like I said, we have a very interesting relationship, but he looked at me, and he knew that I wasn't messing around, because we've all done that shit. He stands back, hugs me.
Wow.
And grabs me and says, and he can't really say, you're going to do it, because Dexter Jackson is standing right next to me, who's a one-time Mr. Olympia. So he doesn't want to make him feel bad. But he said, like the nod, like, yeah. I always keep with me and say, you know what, Phil, like if you need some validation, here it is, but you don't have to continue to seek it from others, okay? Stop posting all of your pictures on Instagram. Try your hardest to just keep some of that to yourself, because you don't need validation from these strangers, because like you said up here, the white lies are going to be there. They're going to tell you how great you are, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They're your friends, they're your family, they're your loved ones. They don't want to say, man, you're fat, you're this and that. You ain't got no calves, it looks like you're riding a chicken. All kind of stuff. I probably have 2 terabytes worth of photographs and videos that no one has ever seen, because it's not for you, it's for me. And then I probably will write a book one day. But I had to do all these things to understand my process. So on October 8, 2002, I made sure that I was taking a picture every week. How about I print these pictures out, take a Sharpie, and start drawing what I want my body to look like. Mm-hmm. Then referencing the magazine, who's got the better shoulders? Okay, Kevin Leroney, better shoulders. Okay, let me do that. Who's got great abs? Sean Ray. Who's got big back? Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman. Legs, Tom Platz. Posing, Arnold. Okay, let me combine all this stuff and make it work for me. But let me do this because every year your body changes. Your body is very dynamic. It's not static. That's why we see all these different diets and stuff running around. So that's when you have to be a student of yourself. But what's been interesting about this journey is that I can be honest here. Me winning the Olympia was not as hard as people think. It was to deal with the outside world. The things like life. Things like, you talked about my father passing, stuff like that. Divorce. I've been divorced. I've had a company before, totally got robbed. Millions of dollars. Public scrutiny, this and that. Being misunderstood. Every day, constant. I can't even exhale up here and like slouch because someone could take a picture, post it. Yeah, see, he looks like shit right here. I know he's wearing street clothes and this and that, but like you could tell, like he's not even ready to win the Olympics. I'm wearing freaking clothes right now. But this is every day. So imagine like when you're at work, it would be like Pat and another analyst right here all the time, every day, all day, every day, all day. But you know what's cool is that I signed up for it and I understand it's a game. And I fucking love it. I love it. I love it.
I gotta say, Phil is the easiest guy to interview. I asked one question, he went for 30 minutes. Very easy. So, give it up, Phil.